I knew he's gonna wild out and he's gonna do something crazy. Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
All right, so now that we see SPY reject all-time high supply, this is the last supply in our way before we make new all-time highs, right? 609 is all-time high level. We probably tapped that intraday and then rejected. So this is our last all-time high supply up here before anything. So notice how we did close right here at my purple line. My purple line signifies one thing only, and what that signifies is the purple line is a major level. It's a major level where we see nothing but buyers and sellers agree at one price, meaning this level will be an extreme sell-off or an extreme support depending on what side we're on. Notice how we're above it, becoming support. Now let's look at the 4 hour. Notice where we're at, right? Notice we came down the purple line. Notice where we're at. Notice this kind of right here. Notice all that, right? Let's get on the 4 hour. Let's check it out. Where are we? Right here, right? Now we zoom back out. Last time we're in this area. Where is that? Oh yeah, we're over here with it, right? Now, do you see that we were never really above it? We could never really get above it. Notice how we got above it and now we are retesting it as a support. Just to help y'all out a little bit, just to help y'all out. We broke above this, held it, and now we're sitting on top of this purple line going into a catalyst. So if that doesn't ease your mind just a little bit here, I don't know what, but I like this for a, boom, boom, boom kind of thing, right? And then rocket up kind of thing. So I'm liking our chances, right? If we're in puts right now, I think I would be scared shitless because we've already rejected this 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And so the last time we were really up here was December. So any of the big guys still stacked up here are probably about a month. They're back to green now. They're up on their position. Now we would have saw violent sells if the big guys were getting out here, but they're only a month down. They weren't a year, 5 months, whatever. We did see us a little bit of selling there. We know that some of those big guys were trying to get out. They were down on the position for about a month, and they were like, I can wait. So they're like, I can get out for a small game, right? Break even, down, I'll take it, right? So here they're there, but I didn't see any major selling yet. We're going into this job numbers. I like our odds here. If we were shorting here, I think I would be way more scared just because of the aggression we've been seeing with buyers. So we're going to a catalyst and let's see what happens. I mean, I like our odds. If I was shorting, I'd be a little bit more scared, especially with futures all-time high. You don't short all-time highs. So that's kind of the thing here. Strategy changes once we start getting above here and closing above new all-time highs and start playing all-time highs. Strategy changes. So be ready for that. Or the new Rico Cap strategy comes in effect, and this is how we stay winning nonstop because you gotta have different strategies in different environments. Can't be doing the same thing thinking you're gonna win in different environments. It's crazy. Now, I'm not saying we're gonna be switching up the zones or anything like that. I'm just saying our contract selection and our strategy will be a little bit different as far as contract selection, expiration, things like that. So we're gonna be changing things up. Love that on SPY. Checking out on QQQ. Check this out. So we're not all-time highs yet, but we did reject the last fat supply zone before we have two small ones, and then we're all-time highs. Look at the hourly. Last time we were kind of up here, was Fed stuff, whatever, dropped us all the way down. So tech is lingering. SPY is a lot stronger. Tech is lingering, but notice how we got above, right, the last kind of this right here. Last time we were in this area where we rejected off pretty heavily, right? We got above it, and now we're using that as support. Notice how we rejected heavily up there. We got back to it. Boom. Now we're using support. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see what happens. I like that. So QQ, update this. I updated this zone, this 533, 532. The reason why I updated is because the last time we were up here was all-time highs, and they're just blue line levels. I can't. Zones form if it's obvious to me, but sometimes it's not obvious. If we blew past these levels, I need more data, meaning more candles to tell us what the deal is. So now that we got back up to this range, and we have more hourly candles up here and 15-minute candles, finally I can make sense of this. So zone updated, 533, 532 hourly zone updated. I like this, very easy. Hold this demand, we break above that 532, calls run right back to 533 plus, probably runs to 535 easy. If we break under 528, what was it, 528.83 right here, which is all this area, more than likely we'll drop right back down to 526, 525. So we can take some puts for the ride down. We do have a small sliver of this gap. I'm not too sure how true this wick right here is on this candle, possibly, but it wicked out some of the gap. I'm not too sure how true it is. It could be just to be right there, and some of this gap is still lingering. Either way, I'm eyeing puts under 528 for the ride down to 525. Anything above 525 on QQQ is bullish, so be expecting kind of a fight once we get down to here. If we hold and start making our way back, I'm slamming calls for the ride back up for sure. Now, if we get under 525 and start getting pretty weak, then I'll be looking for more puts for the ride down, and I'll be kind of getting away from calls a little bit until we start showing some more support. But we have so much support down here, guys. I don't really want to be messing with puts too much unless we're filling gaps like this down here, but we have so much support in this 525 all the way to 515 levels that, you know, slam calls into here and you're bound to win. So let's see what happens. Game plans are set. I'm liking above here. We break downtrend on, and above 532, we just magnet right back up. That's easy work. SPY, I'm going to be focused on more upside here. I think if we just hold above 606 level up here, we get back here, we'll magnet back up and reach those all-time highs. If we close above 607.91 tomorrow, I am swinging calls. That will be our last. We will technically be closing kind of all-time highs above a supply, so there's no really sellers above us. Technically 609 is all-time high. I don't remember if we closed there or not. I don't think we did. I think we just wicked it. So even if we close above the supply, there's no more supplies above us. The merry-go-round starts, the musical chairs begin, and so we start slamming calls for the ride out, and we're slamming dips for longer date calls, and just seeing what we can do and letting them ride. Do less. Let the market go. Do less. So we're right here, ready to go. Awesome. As far as setups, I'm looking around. Google looks pretty good too. We're at all-time highs on Google. Maybe above 200, we can slam some calls that open. We'll take an eye on that. Amazon, be ready for our next entry. If we open up above 235 again, open up above 235, we're good to go on that. So I'll be ready to roll up. I'll probably stick to next week's expiration. I'll probably go 240. Let's see. We went 245 this morning, right, on those January 31st. They're sitting at right 250, 245 right now. We got them for 160, 170, 180. So they're pretty much back at the top there. I'll probably roll up to the 245s, right? Five strikeout. We're sitting at 235. Maybe the 242s. We'll see if we can get those for a little bit cheaper. Same thing, right? They're sitting at 180. Say they come back down a little bit and then we slam them. We'll see. But keep an eye on that. Or maybe I'll go weeklies for a faster, riskier thing. We'll see about that. But there are a lot of gaps below, so we'll keep an eye on that when it's time to go. Purple line, amazing. Yeah. How many cons? What's NVIDIA looking like to me? I think I already went over that. I like it, holding some zones here. If it can blast up 146.50 above that, I mean, that's another thing I'll be looking at. So I'll put some alerts up there above that. Should run right back to 148, 150 above. I like that. It's not bad. What are the price target for SPY calls? Price targets above, right, is above 607. Pretty much back to above 607, so 608, 609. I want to see if we get that little action. In the money is what we're looking for. Is it worth looking at you after Roaring Kitty tweet? Nope. I don't look at, what is that, Unity? I don't look at Unity. I don't care for any of that. So, good setups here. We're looking at SPY-X, right? I was looking at SPY-X too. It held right at all-time high supply. So, very, very simple kind of setup here. We do have a little bit of that gap right there. So, I'm going to be keeping an eye on that If we end up starting to eat the gap, we can go SPY puts. Pretty much it's the SPY gap down from 605 all the way back to 603, 602. So for some reason, SPYX has a bigger gap there than SPY, so I'm not too sure about that. But it does have a few gaps kind of below. I'm not saying we'll go eat those. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's all you really need to know going into tomorrow. I'm going to stop the stream now.
The world was so quiet when you